Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Los Angeles Chargers and their Southern California rivals, the Los Angeles Rams.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. Out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
At the 28-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, a run with Breida. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
The tackle by Kenneth.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Cousins on first down. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they run the option on second down. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A gain of 13, it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down at the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on second and 8. Cousins. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. In the air, and now it's intercepted. It's by Charles Murray. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
At the 17-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. That'll be caught by Cup. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
From the gun, here's Cousins, eluding the pressure right. And it's caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. We're scoreless after 1.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Breida, and he takes it across for the Rams touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
The score, Rams 7, Chargers 9.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Eckler, the Charger.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
24-yard gain on the play. First down.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 9 yards to go.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Out of the gun, Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Chargers.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Rams' 10-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. John Ross there to make the grab. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The kick is good.
And his kick is right through.
That ties the game at 7. Michael.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Cousins to throw it. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. 3rd and long for Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And got his man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 41 yards. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the Chargers' 46-yard line.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The ball carrier.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Cousins. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up a wide ball, and nothing but daylight ahead. 20,
oh, that's the way
10,
to run it, boy.
And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Well, everybody in the stadium thinking that the field goal would break our tie. It did all right, just not in the manner that we expected.
And every team we know works really hard on protection when they're trying to kick the ball. Imagine film session next week when they find out who broke down on that play.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the...
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Takes it at the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At at their own 32-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. That throw into the arms of Allen. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And 4 at the Rams' 34-yard line.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's now 4th down.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They snap it to Herbert. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Here's a run with the launch. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Back to it after the pick-6. Cousins going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this one is incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, another setup. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Complete to Hunter Henry.
A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave a great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins. The left side caught by Diggs. Past the 20. Almost touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 77 yards. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That's the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll hand off here to Eckler. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Second and
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dialed up a 3rd and 1 blitz defensively. It worked.
Yeah, and a lot of people would think, hey, they thought pass and they guessed right. In a lot of cases, you bring the blitz just to mess up the blocking on a running play. Instead, in this situation, the run wasn't there. They just followed everything right back to the quarterback.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Breida. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And they get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Gain of 12.
They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And some room to work. And it goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Chargers.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Herbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Complete.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down by about a yard. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
It's 4th and goal at the 1 yard.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock gets all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. From the 10. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So, for the Chargers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for L.A., they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn...
Fall again and I put like another day.